Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the magic show where we learn something new, interesting, simple, which makes us smart and lazy for the rest of our life. Just a brief announcement before we start. Not many people are in yet, but I will be sending a WhatsApp message also that now we are going to change the format of the presentations slightly. From January onwards, it will be only on the first Friday of the month. The remaining Fridays I will take an off, so it will be just the first Friday of the month, which will be free. Those who have paid in advance for the paid sessions can write to me and ask for a refund, or they can leave it as a voluntary contribution. We will still accept voluntary contributions, so I leave it open to the people concerned. Today's topic is very simple. Has everybody heard of Google? Yes? Everybody has heard of Google. So what is Google? Come on, quickly. I want some quick answers before we get right into it. Search engine, yes. What else? Search engine and a browser, yes, that is also correct. World's largest search engine is also correct. What else?
Alternative operating system.
Sorry?
Alternative operating system to Windows.
I can't hear you properly. Sorry. Can you type it out?
Yeah, I will do.
Alternative to Word, Excel and PowerPoint. Operating system, SEO. Okay, interesting. Interesting answers. So today we will explore. Everybody knows that Google is the world's largest and the most successful and the most efficient search engine, right? Everybody knows about it. And can you hear me clearly, please? Yeah. So what we all know is Google is the world's largest search engine. About 80% of the searches online are via Google. So it's very. You can't hear me properly? Is it clear, or there is a hum in the background? Somebody is telling me there is a hum in the background. One second. How is it now? Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody knows that Google is the world's largest search engine, and majority of the searches are being made on Google, and Google has a whole lot of other stuff around it. Like somebody mentioned, there is Google Docs, and there is Gmail, and there is lots more around Google. But by itself, Google is the world's largest search engine, right? Everybody knows that.
Just came back from a search.
And we also know that majority of the searches are via Google. But in fact, has anybody come across something which he could not find on Google? When you say largest search engine and the best search engine, etc., etc., what cannot be found on Google? Any idea?
Not sure, Yazdi, but I asked the question 3 times and then extrapolate.
Okay. So, whatever is public information or publicly published information is available on Google. If you ask for the profits of a private limited company, you may not find it on Google, right? So, whatever is publicly available is, or rather, whatever is published online on the web, that is very easily available on Google. So, that is the basic funda of Google. You can't get everything. So if you say that I want to know what is the income of Mr. X, you won't find it because that is not publicly available and it is not published for the world at large. But whatever is published for the world at large and whatever is available online is available on Google. Okay, so this we are all very clear. Okay, so now let me share my screen and we will go to, and you see my blank screen. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so typically we type our search stuff here and it will immediately search, right? So if you want to search anything here, you can straight away type something and get it. And now Google Chrome can allow you to type directly here also, directly in the search bar, and it will search. So you don't need to search here. You can search directly here also. Okay. So that is very simple. Okay. Now, what more can Google do? That is what the topic for today is. Everybody knows we can search, etc., etc. Yeah, you can speak to Google, you can talk to Google, you can play with Google, etc., etc. So let us see what Google is. I will just say I want to do some calculation. 567 plus 678. Okay, I didn't say anything. I didn't say calculator. I didn't say anything. I just typed 567 plus 678. Okay, so that is what Google can also do. It is also a calculator. Okay, and once you have typed something like this, it also shows you the calculator. So now onwards, you can say clear and then say 58 into 6% equal to, you'll get the answers, right? So this is something which is very simple. You know, lazy people don't like to pick up the calculator or pick up the phone, look for the calculator app, and then type it out. Here, straight away, like on a blank screen, I didn't do anything. I just typed whatever calculation I wanted to do. Or even if it is a lengthy calculation, you can go on doing it. Say I say 345 plus 789 plus 540 plus whatever, I get the answer instantly. So this is very, very simple. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to type whatever I wanted calculated, right? And now Google allows us to address it by voice also. So we are getting more and more lazy. So somebody said, who said this? Kashmira said, he can speak to Google. Of course, you can speak to Google. So what you can do instead of doing this calculation like this, there is a small microphone here. Can you see that on the screen? There's a small microphone here. So you can say 567 plus 789. $567 plus 789. Sorry, it's not catching it properly. 56 plus 72. Ah, 56 plus 72. Okay. So you get the answer right away. You don't even have to type it out. 50% of 2345.
The answer is 1172.5.
Okay. Is this clear? How easy it is to do your calculations. 222 times 567.
222 x 567 is 125,874.
Are you able to hear the answers also?
Yes.
So even if, yeah. So even you can directly talk to Google and Google will directly respond to you. So now onwards, of course, I am a very lazy person. So I will stop typing and I will just continue speaking. But everything that I am speaking, I can type and get the same results. Okay. So are we clear on this? Google being a calculator? Again, let us go back to a blank screen. Okay. So Google can be a wonderful calculator. You can do lengthy calculations also. You can say this plus this plus this plus this plus this and then multiply it by something, whatever, just as you would do in a calculator. So Google is also a calculator in addition to being a search engine. What else can Google do? Now just see, I am clicking on the microphone and starting. I am not coming to your place tomorrow into Hindi. And if you want to hear it,
मैं कल आपके यहाँ नहीं आ रहा हूँ.
okay, this is very simple and very powerful. If you are in a foreign country, you say, I want to go to the railway station. So let us say, I want to go to the railway station into Chinese. I want to go to the station into Chinese. Ah, why is he misbehaving? Is Google a man or a woman? Any idea? I am going to the railway station tomorrow.
मैं कल रेलवे स्टेशन जा रहा हूँ.
Okay. I want to go to the railway station into Chinese.
मैं रेलवे स्टेशन पर चीनी भाषा में जाना चाहता हूँ.
Okay, so you can select the language directly here and you can
我想去火车站乘中文。
converse with the opposite person. Okay, So when you say, I want to go to the railway station, and you want to tell the driver that I want to go to the railway station, you can straight away play it here. I'll show it to you how you can do it on your phone also. Okay. So translation is very simple. And understand one thing, English is detected, but you can say, I want to say it in Hindi and convert to English. Okay. So that also you can do. I can say translate from Hindi to Chinese.
I want to go to the railway station into Chinese.
Okay, now I will translate this. I want to go to the railways. Oh, sorry. It gave me a song. I am going out. I am going out of town tomorrow into Chinese.
In Chinese, that's
我明天要出城。
Okay. So you just speak and say what language you are. See, again in calculator, you never said calculate. In translation, you never said translate. It automatically understood when you spoke a sentence and said into which language. Now, the same thing if you want to listen in French, Chinese, I don't think many people here would know, but maybe French, some people might know.
Je sors de la ville demain.
Okay. So, this is the power of Google. You can translate also. It's a translator. And of course, these are all for simple one line, two line stuff. If you want to have a full page, then there is a full app on Google. It's called translate.google.com. There you can straight away paste an entire letter and get a translation. But we will not get into that for the time being. Okay. So apart from being a calculator, Google is also a translator. What else can Google do? It can do conversions. $60 into INR.
$60 equals 4,457 Indian rupees and 55 paise.
Did you get this? $550 GBP into INR.
560 pounds equals 56,430 Indian rupees and 52 paise.
Okay, it takes the average rate of exchange. You should not use it for your live transactions, but it picks up the average rate of exchange based on several reliable websites. So conversions are very easy. This is what is currency conversion. Let us see what other conversions. 80 kilograms into pounds.
80 kilograms is 176.37 pounds.
Okay. So you can do whatever conversion you want directly into Google. 520 square feet into square meters.
520 square feet is equal to 48.31 square meters.
Is this cool? Yeah, what do you think? Google is also a converter. So what we saw, Google is a calculator, Google is a translator, Google is also a converter. What else can Google do? Yeah, it also rounds up the result very efficiently. Yeah, it's at 48.31. But now you know what is the answer, whether Google is a man or a woman. She knows everything, so she must be a woman. Yeah. Okay. So we can do translations, conversions. Now let us see what else can Google do. When is Holi this year?
Holi will be around Friday, the 18th of March, but this date may vary.
When is Thanksgiving this year?
In the United States of America, Thanksgiving will be on Thursday, the 24th of November.
Okay, so you want to find the date of a holiday quickly, you can. When is Diwali this year?
In Maharashtra, Diwali will be around Monday, the 24th of October, but this date may vary.
When was Diwali last year?
In Maharashtra, Diwali was on Thursday, the 4th of November 2021.
Okay, so finding the date of a holiday is very, very simple. Just ask Google and you will get the answer. Are you with me so far? Find dates, find conversions, get translations, do calculations. Everything is very, very simple. Okay, now see the smartness of Google. Where is Prince of Wales Museum?
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya is at 159 to 161, Mahatma Gandhi Road, Kala Ghoda, Fort, Mumbai, Maharashtra 40023.
Now, did you notice I asked for Prince of Wales Museum? And what Google said is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya. So it gave me the new name also. Now, this is very interesting because what you know colloquially so many times is automatically converted by Google because Google knows everything. So when you ask for a place, it also shows you what it looks like and it also shows you the map. If you just click on the map, or you can say directions, it will show you from wherever you are how to get there. This is the place, and you can say directions, it will show you directions from wherever you currently are. So if I click on directions, just now I am somewhere here, so it shows me that this is the way I can go to Prince of Wales Museum. Are you clear on this? So if you are in a unknown place or even in a known place and you want to reach somewhere directly by calling out, you can. Yeah. But now see the beauty of it will be still better. Now see the sequence of events. I am asking 2-3 questions. Okay. I am not just asking where is it. Now I am asking 2-3 questions one after the other. Where is Prince of Wales Museum?
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya is at 159 to 161, Mahatma Gandhi Road, Kala Ghoda, Fort, Mumbai, Maharashtra 40023.
When was it founded?
The opening date of the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya was the 10th of January 1922.
How do I get there?
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya is 53 minutes from your location by car and light traffic. Here are your directions.
Did you get this? Now I could actually converse. I did not have to repeat the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya. I just said, where is Prince of Wales Museum? When was it founded? How do I go there? So if you ask the questions within a few seconds of each other, it will understand that what you are asking is related to the previous question. Now, this is really, really very, very useful. So you can continue talking on a certain topic and it will go on giving you the instructions or giving you the answers. Now, this is really very, very useful. You agree? Nobody is commenting. So many things Google can do. It is like your roadside monkey. You can make it do lots of tricks. If you want a definition, define somersault.
Meaning of somersault: an acrobatic movement in which a person turns head over heels in the air or on the ground and lands or finishes on their feet.
Okay, very simple. This is one of my favorites. Define supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Meaning of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious: informal, extraordinarily good, wonderful.
Okay, so you can ask it to define stuff also. If you don't know a word in the dictionary, you can just tell Google define and give the word that you are looking for. Define economics.
Meaning of economics: the branch of knowledge concerned with the production, consumption, and transfer of wealth.
Okay, so you can get definitions of anything that you could think of, and then of course you get lots of other stuff which normally Google will do lots of other things. If you go down, you'll get lots of links, which is the normal thing that you would expect to find in Google. So definitions are very simple in Google. You just have to say define and give the word and it will define it for you. Very simple. Flight schedules. How do you find out flight schedules? Anyone can give me a flight number, a valid flight number? Let me try something off the CX660. Okay, and on CX660.
Cathay Pacific 660 is scheduled.
So I didn't do anything. I didn't say give me the flight schedule or anything. I just gave the flight number and it knows that this is what I am looking for. AI 301.
Air India 301 is scheduled.
And if the flight is mid-air, this small icon of an aeroplane will show you where it is exactly. Halfway through, 25% through, 75% through, wherever. This is again very, very powerful. EK331. No, this is not a flight number. EK331. So you get the idea of this flight history and flight path. You don't have to open any app, you don't have to open any website. You just have to give the name of the flight. Anyone wants to test a flight? If you know of any flight, you can just give me the flight number in the chat box and we can figure it out. Yeah, anyone? UA331. No, sorry, my throat is gone today. It's not catching it properly. But you get the idea. You just, if he doesn't catch your voice, you can just type it out. It will give you the flight details. When is it scheduled? Which departure, terminal, gate, everything is given to you right there. You don't need to search for it anywhere else. Are you getting the idea? And you can go backwards, forwards. Like for example, you can see Saturday what is happening, Sunday what is happening. Is this a daily flight? Is there a difference in the dates? But see the gate number, the terminal, everything is given to you right there. Okay. So what I did, I just gave the flight number EK 500.
Here are the listings for 500 near Mumbai.
It didn't get the EK 500. Okay. So Google can also give you flight schedules. Very simple, very useful. Now this one is a real, it will help the men and the women, especially during the pandemic, but you can use it any time of the day or night. Okay, so you want to cook something and you find certain things in the fridge. You open the fridge and you find two, three things, and you want to find a recipe to make something with those two, three things. So what do you do? How do you tell Google? Nothing fancy. Brinjal, cheese, tomatoes.
According to Wikipedia, eggplant, aubergine or brinjal is a plant species in the nightshade.
Brinjal, cheese, tomatoes. Ah, why my microphone is not there? Brinjal, cheese, tomatoes.
Here are some recipes I found.
Okay, so what you are doing is you're just giving the ingredients and it will give you the recipes from those ingredients. Now this is very, very cool. No, you can't do it for trains because the train data is not very accurate and it's not very much available to Google the way they want it. So unfortunately, it is not available. Okay, so what you do, you just open the fridge, find out what you have, or open your shelf, check what you have, and it will give you the recipe for that. Then you can just click on this and look up the recipes. And if you notice that I said brinjal, but in America it is called eggplant. So it is eggplant, cheese, and tomato. Okay. Anyone wants to try any other recipes? Anything that you have in the fridge which you want to try with?
But Yazdi, you can give the railway name and the schedule. Like Sayadri Express timetable, it will give you the timetable.
Express schedule, railway express schedule. I don't know. Railway express schedule.
Meaning schedule, a plan for carrying out a process or procedure.
No, if you say the name of the train.
Rajdhani schedule.
Here is information from GoIBbo.
Okay, I am not very confident of this, but yes, to the extent it works fine. Is this good enough? It is from New Delhi, Sialda, etc., etc. 96 more rows. So you can just click on it and then, okay. It is giving the entire schedule for Rajdhani. Okay, it's not as efficient in the sense it doesn't show you where you are, where the flight is, the gate number, etc., etc. What you got in the air schedule, you will not get it here. That is the only Flying Rani schedule.
According to Wikipedia, the 12,920 seconds Flying Rani is a superfast express train belonging to Indian Railways that runs between Mumbai Central and Surat in India.
Okay. Deccan Queen.
According to Wikipedia,
It is giving you the timetable here. Okay. But Indian Railways has a very wonderful website where you can even know where exactly the train is and what is the scheduled next stop and the stop after that, etc., etc. But this is something very basic. Yes, you can. Yeah.
Yes,
So
please.
we'll talk about the weather also.
Yes, do you have a question?
Yeah, sorry.
Have a
Yeah.
question. Does this Google search worldwide or only? The lady's voice is an Indian voice. So does it search for
No,
in
that is not.
Chicago?
No, that is for. Do you have a train or a plane in Chicago? You tell
Yes,
me the number
yes.
and we try
Yeah,
to.
I can give you, there's a Metra train. Metra, M-E-T-R-A.
Netra.
M-E-T-R-A. Metra.
Netra train schedule.
No,
Sorry.
no. M-E-T-R-A.
Metra. M-E-T-R-A.
Yes.
Metra train schedule.
No. Yeah, Metra.com, it found it. It did find it.
So it is
Good,
not
good.
necessarily me something relevant because I am speaking, it identifies me as speaking from Bombay, but I can look up anything anywhere in the world. Okay, so there is no, or if you have some monument in Chicago, you can look for that also. Any case, so you could look for anything anywhere. It's not really. The voice is Indian because I am speaking from India and I have set Google to give me an Indian voice. But if you are in America, you will be getting the American voice. Yeah. Now, so many times we need to be reminded about something after a few minutes. Either you are cooking or you have called a client and he says, call me after 10 minutes, and invariably we forget after 10 minutes, correct? So what Google can do is it also works as a timer. Set timer for 15 seconds. So there is a countdown timer automatically coming up, and after 15 seconds, it will remind you. Okay. So you could say whatever, set timer for 2 hours, set timer for 15 minutes, whatever, and it will automatically beep. Obviously, your machine should be on. If your machine is off, it will not give you a beep. That goes without saying. So you can set the timer for any period of time, or you can even set an alarm for a certain time. Remind me on Monday at 10 a.m. So it can remind you on that day also, but your machine should be on and your browser should be on. That is the only requirement. Okay. Now let us see what else Google can do.
Yes, Ji.
We know that Google can also search images. How do we search images in Google? You have this blank screen. You can either type or you can click on this and search by voice, right? But now if you see on the top right, there is something called images. Okay. So if you click on that, now you are into Google Images. And now you can search by an image. So I just pick up any image from my desktop and I drag and drop it. So it uploads the file and it searches. This was the image I dropped, and it shows me that it is on TantraTech. There is a graphic design, there is a Razorpay page, etc., etc. Okay, so you can search for any image. Now you again click on this search by image, and you can just one sec, sorry. Here, search by image. Now you got image, microphone, and text. Okay, now I just drop something there, any image here. I have dropped WZCC logo. So I've got all WZCC logos anywhere on the net available. They are visible to me. That's very, very cool. Okay, so a lot of times people do a fact check. So suppose you are seeing an image on your WhatsApp or on your browser. Let's see news.google.com. Now there is this image. Let us see. There is an image here, for example. There is something called Delhi COVID. Let's see. Okay, there is an image out here. Okay. Now I want to search for a particular image. So I'll go to Google. I'll go to images. I will drag and drop that image. And I will know whether this is an actual image of a Delhi thing or it is something else. So I'll see this particular image in so many places, in Delhi News, Hindustan Times, NEET counseling, MCC issues. So this is not an genuine image. This is something which is borrowed from somewhere else. You can search for the image and look it up on Google. This is very, very useful because so many times these days there are lots and lots of fake news coming up with various degrees of reliability. So you can just copy the image, paste it in Google and look up that particular image, whether it is originally from the place where it is supposed to be or it is in so many other places. They have just copied the image and pasted it somewhere. Okay. So Hindustan Times has been using this image in so many stories. You just see. Everywhere it is Hindustan Times, Hindustan Times, Hindustan Times, but there is somebody called SS News for You also, which has used the same picture. So you know that this is not a genuine, and there is somebody called Sanjeevani.com. It looks like, I don't know, Tamil or Andhra. And they have also used the same image. So image search is very simple. Just go to Google, click on images, and then paste your image, search by image, and you can just paste your image there, and it will search for the image. This is very useful very often. Then you can look up the time or the weather in any city. Okay. What's the time in London now? London time. Oh, it is looking up the images. That's why you're getting this. Sorry. I have to get out of the image search. Okay, this is my normal. Time in London. Okay. Is it accurate?
Yep.
Yeah. Time in Chicago.
The time in Chicago, Illinois, USA is 10:47 a.m.
Anywhere in the world, you can just say time and name the place. Time in Tokyo.
The time in Tokyo, Japan is 1:48 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay. So how do you reach Google image? On Google, on the top right, you have got images. Just see, top right. That is how you reach Google images. Okay, it says Google images, right? So time in any place you can get immediately. Similarly, the weather in any place. What is the forecast for tomorrow?
Tomorrow's forecast for Mumbai is 26 degrees with scattered showers.
Now, because I am in Mumbai, I did not even have to say I stay in Juhu. So it gave me the exact forecast for Juhu. Okay. But I can say, what's the weather in Chicago?
It's minus 13 degrees and sunny in Chicago.
Oh, wow. It's really cold there. Is it really cold?
Yeah, that is good.
Yes, it is correct.
It is right.
Yes, correct. We are all bundled up with snow outside.
What's the weather in Chicago tomorrow?
Tomorrow's forecast for Chicago is 1 degree with freezing rain.
Okay, so it's much better tomorrow.
Tomorrow is getting really warm here.
What's the weather in Dubai?
Tomorrow's forecast for Dubai is 23 degrees and sunny.
And what's the weather in Toronto?
It's minus 9 degrees and mostly sunny in Toronto.
Okay, so time and weather you can instantly get. Just ask for it and you get it. That's as simple as that. Okay, so time and weather in any city, anywhere in the world, you can get it instantly. Okay, just say time or weather and name the city. Weather London.
6 degrees and clear in London.
As simple as that. And you get the entire forecast. Okay. Many times we misplace our phones. So how do we find our phones? You put it in your purse or you put it in on a shelf and forget where you have put it, or it is in the kitchen or in the bedroom or whatever. So I just tell Google to find my phone. It's as simple as that. Find my phone. So it has found my phone, and then I can say ring that phone. So even if your phone is on silent, it will ring. Did you get this? What did I say? I just said find my phone. That's all. And it has found my phone. I am not calling from another phone. I am calling from the Google browser. I just said search by voice and said find my phone. Okay, now the important thing that you should understand is that you have to be logged into Chrome with the same Gmail account. Obviously, if you come to my house and you say find my phone, obviously it will not find your phone, it will find my phone because I am logged into Chrome with my Gmail account. If you see on the top right, it is my Gmail account. My Gmail account is connected with my phone and therefore it is finding my phone. Okay. So I just had to say find my phone, and even if my phone is on silent, it will capture it. So if I have lost my phone and you want to know where on earth it is, you will even see the approximate location. It is accurate up to 20 meters. Okay. So sometimes,
I have, Yasdi, I have one story.
yeah.
Once I had dropped my phone unknowingly, it had fallen into my freezer.
Oh,
My freezer on the bottom of my refrigerator. And I tried find phone, and even the service, my phone service tried to find my phone, and it just did not connect. I found it many days later by chance.
uh, see, the point is that if you have locked up your phone in your locker and it is soundproof, obviously you will not get the sound. But if it is available where the sound can come through, but the point that I'm trying to make is that even if your phone is on silent, it will ring. That is the beauty of this. Okay? Yeah. The system was frozen. That's what Kashmira is saying. So find my phone is a very, very simple way of finding your phone. So Google can do so many things, right? But if you have Android and if you have Google on your phone also, and obviously an Android phone, you will always log in with Google. So now let me connect to my phone, and all that we talked about, we can do everything from your phone also. Can you see my phone screen? One second. Okay, can you see my phone screen now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now everything that we did, can you see Google search and there is a microphone here? So I just tap on the microphone and I say whatever I said. I will be late tomorrow into French.
In French, you would say,
Je serai en retard demain.
Okay, so you can virtually converse with somebody straight away here. 50% of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
the answer is 6,172.5.
Are you able to hear it also?
Yes.
Yeah. So all that we did, you can do directly from your phone. Where is Prince of Wales Museum?
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya is at 159 to 161, Mahatma Gandhi Road, Kalagoda, Fort, Mumbai, Maharashtra 400023.
So all the things that we did on the computer, you can do on your phone straight away. Are we okay with that?
But she's got an English accent.
Yeah, here she's got an English accent. You know, she's a woman, so she can be different for different people and different times of the day. Okay. So all
You
that you
see,
can do. Yeah. Yeah.
on my phone, when I went to Google, on my search bar, I do not have that microphone.
If it is the latest version, I don't know which version you have, or this button here, normally this button here, if you long press it, that will also take you to the voice commands. Okay,
Which button? Which button?
this center button right at the bottom.
Oh, right at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, if you press this, you'll get the same thing.
Oh.
I'll long press it. Time in Chicago.
The time in Chicago, Illinois, USA is 10:58 a.m.
Okay.
Tell me a joke.
Why are cricket stadiums so cool? Because every seat has a fan in it.
Okay, you can ask Google to do lots of stuff like this. Sing me a song.
I made this song just for you. I'm your personal assistant. I'm here to help you. I can search for you, even find your place, call for your mail, for you, chat with you, laugh with you, sing for you, even play games and have a man.
So you can do a whole lot of stuff with Google. And you can say, sing me a Hindi song.
I can play or search for most any song, if you ask, but I can only sing in Hindi if you change your language settings.
Okay, so my language settings are not Hindi. Play Kishore Kumar from Ghana. So you can do almost anything. Tell me a joke. Current news.
Here's the latest news.
Okay, so it gives you from various sources, Economic Times, Indian Express, what is it, Tribune, and some videos also of the news. And this one I like. Why is the sky blue?
According to McGill University, the sky is blue due to a phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering. This scattering refers to the scattering of electromagnetic radiation by particles of.
Okay, you can ask almost anything. But this is not all. If you are on the phone, you can still have more fun. Call wife.
Okay, home or mobile?
Mobile.
Calling Thriti Tantra home, mobile.
Okay. So you can actually do a hands-free calling also. Of course, you have to define wife first. Otherwise, he will not understand.
What if you have 6?
Sorry?
What if you have 6 wives?
So if you say define girlfriend, maybe it'll ask which girlfriend and then try to figure out. Okay, so you can call, you can send an SMS, send WhatsApp to Ashish Kadam.
All right, what's the message?
I will be coming late tomorrow.
I will be coming late tomorrow. Ready to send it?
Send. Send. So it has sent the message. Okay, you can send an email, you can send an SMS, you can do whatever you want. You can send an email also, you can dictate an email on immediately. And this one I enjoy playing with Google. I love you. Will you marry me?
This is one of those things we both have to agree on. I prefer to keep our relationship friendly.
Okay. She has an answer for everything. So that is the magic of Google. You can go on, and it is a really, really wonderful world. Any questions?
Yazdi, your reminder, can you ask Google to say, call Yazdi in 15 minutes on WhatsApp? Is that possible?
I have not tried that. Let me try. Phone Owen in 15 minutes on WhatsApp.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
No,
No. Okay.
didn't understand.
It will be much more helpful because in 15 minutes I forget what the timer was about.
No, you can say set reminder and you can give for whatever. In fact, on Google Home, if you have Google Home, you can even say, remember that I put my keys on the second shelf in the second cupboard. And then if you ask Google after 15 days, where are my keys? She will reply.
Ah, okay, useful.
Very useful.
Thank you, Yazdi.
Yeah. So there is a whole lot of stuff that you can play with Google and enjoy. Everybody feels whenever I announce a session on Google, they say, what is there to learn in Google? You just type and you search. But there is lots more, and it keeps on evolving and it keeps on improving. Now, for example, in my house, if we have Google Home and I say find my phone, it will ring my phone. And if my wife says find my phone, it will ring her phone. So one time you have recognized the voices also, and you have said this phone belongs to so and so, and that's it. Really, really very, very powerful. Lots of options there. Google AdWords is to get your ad on Google on the right panel, and you have to pay for it, and you have to pay per appearance and per click. So that is a different topic by itself. Google is really huge, like it has so many offshoots and so many other things. But what we have seen is just the periphery of it, and try to understand what all we can do with Google. Any other questions?
That was really useful.
No, no questions. I think this is enough to digest for one session. Yeah, so now with the new schedule, now we meet next month, first Friday. Where do you store the relationship? No, you don't have to store it. What you do is when you say, for example, I said phone my wife. I could have said phone brother, a phone. I can name the person directly also, and I can also say phone father. So it will ask you who's your father. So it will give you the list. Then from the directory, one time you have to select. Once you select, then it will remember. Okay. So as I said, if it is phone so many cousins, then you'll have to say cousin 1, cousin 2, cousin 3, or just give the name. That's all. You can just give the name. Any other questions? I think if you start playing and practicing, you will get a lot more options and you will be able to figure out lots more. But you can fool around. As I said, you can say, tell me a joke, sing a song.
I did
Yes.
not understand about Google Home.
Google Home is a device which is an external device which you buy and keep in your home, and it is connected to your Wi-Fi. And automatically, whenever you give commands, for example, you have a small device in your kitchen and you say set reminder for 10 minutes, set reminder for 15 minutes, automatically it will start playing. Or you can say play me a song, it will start playing you a song. You can say play me a prayer, it will start giving you that. It's a separate device.
Okay.
And you can have multiple devices in your house, and depending on the room in which you are, that device will answer you. So you can have one in your kitchen, one in your bedroom, one in your living room, and the living room device might answer you, or the bedroom device will answer you depending on where you are. And all the commands that we talked about, even while you are in bed and you remember something and you say remind me tomorrow at 10 o'clock for so and so thing, it will give you a reminder on that particular thing. Okay, thank you very much.
Good
I
night.
hope you enjoyed
Thank you.
as
yeah.
much as I did.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Good night.
Good night. Good.